What's going on, ladies and internets? My name is Blacklight Attack, and today I've got some Homefront gameplay for you. It's on a map called Cul De Sac, which is a pretty nice, close-range map. It's good for SMGs, which is exactly what I'm using. I'm using the Diablo SMG, I think it's called, and it's pretty good. It's got obvious close-range SMG capabilities, but it's also decent at middle range. It's usable. So, I'm not really going to talk about the gameplay, which is something I almost never do when it comes to shooters, especially one as straightforward as this. This is a new game, but it's super casual and really easy to jump into, especially because it borrows a lot as far as like controls go from Call of Duty, and that makes it really easy to pick up. It doesn't really need to be explained, and there's not really much I could explain to you anyway. I mean, I just started playing it, so you know about as much as I do. I mean, some people try to make these quote-unquote informational videos that are just really, really dumb. I mean, people I don't need to be like, well, this thing in my hands here, that's called a gun, and to the bottom right is my ammo count. And as I fire my gun, my ammo count depletes, and once it reaches 0, I can no longer fire my gun. And that's a problem, because when I can no longer fire my gun, I can no longer kill enemies, and I can no longer get points. You don't need that. It's really dumb, is my point. So what I'm going to do today is tell you guys instead what you can expect from my channel, because a lot of you that are watching this are probably new. This is like the first regular commentary I've done since Andrew and I decided to do a dual commentary, and there's about 200 of you who are brand new, and I just want to welcome you guys into the community by giving you a little rundown of what you can expect from me. And basically that is, I do a variety gaming channel, and it's all very casual. And I do shooters, I do fighters, mostly Marvel. I don't really like the slower paced fighters, and Marvel's about as fast as it gets. I mean, I do a little bit of other fighters, but mostly it's going to be Marvel. I do shooters like as they come out. I was really into COD, I'm not really anymore. I'm still going to upload Black Ops occasionally, and maybe some of the older COD installments. I do like random adventure games like Fable, and I also do Let's Plays, but I don't do them on this channel. I do Let's Plays on my Let's Play channel. It's like designated specifically for Let's Plays, and that's called Let's Play BLA. I'll put a link to that in the description. And right now what I'm playing through on there is Mass Effect 2, and that's a great channel to subscribe to if you like me, if you like my content, if you like what I'm putting out. That's a great channel to subscribe to, because on this channel I only update about once or twice a week. And on that channel, I update daily. So if you really want some more BLA in your life, which I totally understand because I'm sexy, then go ahead and subscribe to that channel. But be warned, it is a daily upload, so there is inbox spam, like hardcore. The secondary Let's Play that I'm running, which I only update like when I don't have any Mass Effect footage, if I'm like running behind on that. I'll update a little bit of Okami on PS2, and once Mass Effect 2 is completely done with, I'll go to Okami and finish that off. And that's really what all I have going on that channel right now. So totally optional if you want to subscribe to it. If you don't want to subscribe to it but you want to see it, the link will be up so you guys can just check it. If you don't want your inbox getting spammed, and you could just check it every so often, which is fine. My subscriber count doesn't really affect my content over there. As far as my commentaries go, you can always expect me to be on the lighter side of things. I like to joke around. I'm not one of these like really super serious guys. I'm about to be a total hypocrite right now, and this is going to get like Inception layers of hypocrisy, but I really can't stand people who complain about the state of the YouTube community, because for a while, the bigger guys were doing it, and they were like, okay, the community's getting really greedy and blah blah blah, and this is what's wrong with the community. And suddenly it became everybody's mission to clean up the YouTube community and say what's wrong with it. And let me tell you something, one of the biggest things that's wrong with the YouTube community is people that always talk about what's wrong with the YouTube community. And I'm not defending the YouTube community at all. It's completely fucked out of its mind. But it's like what is complaining about it going to do to fix giveaways, guys? Like, it's never going to go away. The only thing you can do is support channels that you like instead. And if you're one of the bigger guys, shout out these guys that are putting out original content and are earnestly working. And just ignore the people that are doing like these giveaways because you're just giving them more publicity. And that really bothers me. I don't like it when people take things like YouTube too seriously. I would much rather just joke about what's wrong with it than actually be like, well, this is wrong, guys. It's wrong. I agree it's wrong, but what the fuck, man? It's YouTube. Stop taking it so seriously. So I would much rather joke around. I don't really do anything seriously. Occasionally, I will do a serious talk episode, but generally I live a pretty carefree life. I'm not exactly a depressed or troubled person. I've had a pretty easy life growing up, and I don't really have a lot to complain about. So those serious talks are really few and far between. And actually, I've only done one to date. So that's really it about like the main stuff on my channel, and also my Let's Play channel. I also wanted to say you guys can follow me on Twitter. And Twitter's a really good way to reach me. I do respond to all of my YouTube comments, almost. Basically, the only kind of comments I won't respond to are, like, good job. And if you say good job on my videos, don't get me wrong, I totally appreciate that. And I love it when people tell me good job, or I like the video, or anything in that vein. I love you guys, and that's, I love to hear that stuff. And the only reason I'm not responding to it is because the only response to that is thank you. And I've said it a million times, and continuing to say shit like that is just, I'm basically copying and pasting the same response over and over. And I'd rather not do you guys that disservice and sound like a broken record. So if you ever say, hey, nice job on one of my videos, just know I do read every single comment I get, and that is acknowledged and appreciated, and I thank you for it, but I'm not going to respond to it. And it's nothing personal. But if you ask me a question, if you say something original or funny, I'll definitely respond to you. But if you want to connect with me on a little bit more of a conversational, casual level, Twitter's probably the place to do it. And I'm on Twitter a lot. I have a job where I don't really do a whole lot, if that makes sense. I have a lot of downtime and an internet computer, so I have a lot of time to be on Twitter. So you guys can message me pretty much anytime. And you can expect to get a response. As for what you can do on Twitter, specifically, I run a question and answer, like pretty much constantly. Some of the bigger guys can be like, hey guys, question and answer, go. And then it'll be open for 15 minutes, and they're like, okay, stop. I have enough questions. And I do envy those guys, but I don't really have that casualty. I don't have that convenience. So the way I do it is question and answers is always open. You can always ask me a question, but if you want it to be featured in a video, in a question and answers video, then you have to designate somehow that it is for the question and answers. Usually like with a hashtag Q&A, like on Twitter or something like that. Or if you're posting in a YouTube comment, be like, hey, for your question and answer, how big is your penis? 13.5 inches, by the way. And if it's just something you want to ask me and you don't necessarily want to make a video out of it, or you don't want it to be in the video, then I'll just answer it. So questions I answer are pretty much anything. Anything you guys could possibly want to know. It could be about me. It could be about my opinions. It could be nothing to do with me. It could be personal. It can be just curious. It can be goofy. I really don't care. The only questions I won't answer are questions that I have already answered at some point. I won't answer really simple questions like what sensitivity do you play on in this game, because I can just answer that in a comment easily, and that's not really something I would put in a video. It's just kind of trivial. And I also won't answer anything that's really offensive. Like if you were like, hey, Blacklight, between black people and Hispanics, who would you rather eliminate from the face of the earth? I would say, I'm not going to answer that. That's really fucked up. Why would you ask me that? So that's really it for the question and answers. Ask me, other than those limitations, ask me anything. And that's really all as far as limitations go. So the game is coming up pretty much to an end here. I highly recommend not trying to shoot down drones with an SMG because it's really hard. So thanks for watching, Internet. I hope you guys enjoy the channel. And thank you for like the millionth time to Andrew. I have a total like man boner for this guy. Like no homo, all bromo. But Andrew is a fucking boss. He's basically the reason my community is as big and as awesome as it is today. So thanks again. And like the video if you liked it, guys. Subscribe for more. My name is Black Light Attack. Take it easy.